Okay, I took off my headphones mainly because, I mean, I just don't want to listen to myself. It does get distracting. But if you're curious as to why you're seeing this screen right here, it is moving because I just moved it. Yeah, I like to draw. This is probably my best drawing. Let me go ahead and show you. And it's not even good. Like, this is very, very mediocre. When I did this, it doesn't even say. Very, very mediocre. It actually took so much time. Like, this is probably the proudest I've ever been to draw. I even have some Fire Force. You know, very plain stuff. I'm not a good artist. However, I do want to go ahead and work on that. I'm also a really big Pokemon fan. So what I ended up doing was I texted my older brother because I was going to post it on Instagram, but I realized I don't have that many friends. So I texted my older brother and I told him, you know, really quick, I need a favor. You're going to see it on screen. Send me the names of like 3 to 5 random Pokemon. I'm going to draw them completely from memory. So for those who know me in person, my memory is like pretty bad. So this is just going to be interesting to see how I can draw or how I can attempt to draw and my memory in general. For those who are professional artists, don't look at me. Don't judge. These are going to be like rough sketches. I'm not like I'm going to attach, you know, I'm just going to see what's happening. You know, I'm going to try and blitz through these. I don't want to make this too long of a video. So I'm just going to get the general shape of the Pokemon. All right, we're going to go in the order from the text message. Number 1 being Poliwrath. What I remember about Poliwrath is he looks like Poliwhirl, just meaner. I'm already nervous. So at the top of his face, right, he's like, is he a frog? I feel like this is inaccurate, but this also feels accurate. Let me move this up just, oh, that's not what I want to do. I want to move it up slightly. Then he's like, this is his general shape, right? He looks kind of like a heart. And then I know he has this thing going on. And then, does he still have the swirls? I'm sorry if you can't really hear me. I tried to adjust this to where, like, I could, you know what? Hold on. We're going to try one last thing before I complete this drawing. The thing is, I have such little space to work with. So I have to really make some sacrifices. If I put this here, right? Okay, this is probably the best that it's gonna be. You will hear my like Apple Pencil. No need to flex. Apple Pencil rubbing across the screen, but that's okay. Then I remember he has like some pretty big arms, like I mentioned. He does have like a fist thing going on. Let's just make that a little bigger, whatever. And then this looks ridiculous. Okay, we're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna go with it. I have no sense of anatomy. I have no sense of the bigger picture. So this is just really gonna showcase the fact that, like, looking at this. So hold on, let's just look at this sketch, right? And then look at this. Like, I put my heart and soul into this. Like, I am forever proud of that. But we're just gonna go ahead and move back on. So really quickly, I want some sort of professionalism in this. I do remember, obviously he's not, you know, whatever, cool, blah blah blah. How do his eyes look? He has an aggressive, like, he doesn't have eyebrows, but he looks aggressive. So his eyes would be like slanted inward, kind of, and then he's just kind of grr looking at you. This is a very cursed image. He looks more like a frog here than I think he actually does. Okay, I'm not giving him like big eyes like that. There's no way. Gonna give him small ones. Cool. Yeah, this is not Poliwrath. I hope to redeem myself. And he has a big little, you know, thing. Okay, see, that's kind of a defining feature, so that kind of helps me out here. How do his legs look? Doesn't he have like pretty girthy legs? And then doesn't he have weird little shoes? Like, don't they look like shoes? Unless I'm tripping. I mean, of course, this isn't Poliwrath 2 scale, but, you know, this is a dynamic art piece. Okay. Well, interesting. So he doesn't have white shoes. I mean, he's kind of there. I'm not that mad at it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm not that mad at it. We're just gonna leave him. We're gonna go ahead and start a new layer. All right, now the next Pokemon that was on the list. Let me go ahead and bring that back up. Lucario. Now, this is a fan favorite, so I should be I should remember, like, some, I want to say, of Lucario's features, just in general. That's not Lucario's features. Whatever. Okay, hold on. I don't even know where this is going. So I know Lucario has... We're gonna get rid of this. Sorry if you can hear me. I'm a very heavy-handed person in general. So I know Lucario has ears, you know, as most Pokemon do. Then you go over here, you have more ears. He's gonna be looking to the left, if you couldn't tell by this. Or he's gonna be looking semi-forward. Then we come over here. I do change my canvas a lot. Feel free to judge me on the fact that I'm not an artist, because that changes a lot. Where's his mouth? Like down here? We're just gonna put his mouth. Cool. This is like a nose section. This looks like a fox more than it looks like Lucario. And then I know he has like a stern look on his face, like grr, I'm Lucario kind of look on his face. Mega Lucario would have been a little easier. That's a lie. No, he wouldn't have. This looks more like Fox. What's that fox name from Dora the Explorer? Then he has his hands, right? Well, this is his body. We're just gonna... I am such a terrible artist. This is like giving me an inferiority complex more than I've had like before. I know he has like a weird little patch of fur, which is what that is right there. Cool. Does Lucario have a tail? I don't remember. Then we're just gonna have his arm poking out from here. Cool. I do remember his hands. What kind of angle am I giving it? These are long. He has no joints. Let me change that. I want to give him some sort of joint. So this is a dynamic art piece. You know, this is gonna be the next big NFT. So if you have it, like if you're not into NFTs or anything, I do recommend that you start with this piece. He has big meaty paws, right? Big meaty ones. If there's nothing else that I get right, it's these right here. And then he has a little, you can't see it from this angle because he's trying to fight, but he has a little spike coming off of his paws. Now this one, this is the very dynamic pose. Where his hand, oh my god, that's not a joint. Okay. It looks like he's just walking. Like, it looks like he's mocking his enemies at this point, but that's okay, because it's Lucario. Like, are you really going to fight a Lucario? Would you win, even if you did? I can't tell if they're 4 or if they're 3, but I know he has this little spike, like, right here. So we're going to make sure you know. You know what? Let me just make sure you know that's where that spike is. I know it's not colored in, but just for the sake of art, artistic reference. Okay, just for the sake of artistic reference, this is gonna be moved up a slight bit. His ears might get a little cut off, but that's okay. I do remember he also has like very muscly legs, kind of Chun-Li-esque. This is just a furry. I'm just drawing a furry, but that's okay. Furries are people too, I assume. It looks like a duck foot, but that's okay. Very dynamic poses coming from this Lucario. I don't know what way he's going. He doesn't know what way he's going. But you don't need to worry about that, you know. Oh, that's disgusting. I don't know what that looked like, but I didn't like that one bit. But yeah, you know, you can never let your enemies know what direction you're going, as he's showing you with this maybe moving forward. I think he does have a tail. I might be mistaken in this. I might just be making a furry. Any furries out there that would like to have some art made, go ahead and just hit me up. This just looks like a fox. Like this is just a fox. He has something around his eyes, right? I don't like he's supposed to be a raccoon kind of, if I'm not mistaken. So let's just, yeah, the small this is just, you know, Swiper no swiping head ass. Like this is Swiper from Dora the Explorer. Let me go ahead and pull up what a real Lucario looks like. I assume they're just gonna be like perfect blends of each other. So Lucario, actually, yeah. Okay. So if I did this right, made that black. Oh, he has the little things. Okay, see, that's Lucario. His tail is like a little sharper too. Aside from that, you know, his legs weren't as muscly as I thought. His hands are black. He has a little. Yeah. See, this is just Lucario. Like I think. Oh, he's fluffy. He has a neck. My Lucario doesn't have a neck. I didn't even. Okay, interesting. That's fine. That's okay. We're just gonna move on. We're gonna move on. I did not think it would be this difficult. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Now we have Mimikyu. Now I have a little bit of confidence in Mimikyu because he's just a little trash guy. So you know, right here, you know, spooky vibes. We're gonna start at the bottom of the Mimikyu. This might be the best chance I have to have something that looks even relatively close to the actual Pokemon's design. And I'm okay with that because then we have he's literal like Mimikyu is just a trash bag kind of Pikachu. Like he just wants to be Pikachu. So he doesn't have to be the best. We're actually gonna make Mimikyu lean to the left. Only because, you know, that's his like iconic pose where he has Pikachu's head leaning to the left kind of thing. So don't worry, don't get caught up in the this doesn't look like Pikachu. Don't get caught up in any of that because the defining factor of Mimikyu is not necessarily the fact that it looks like a Pikachu. It's more so the fact that it's not a Pikachu. This should be red, but we're just gonna do that. There is no colors, as you can tell. And then we have the little cardboard tail over here. Boom, cool. I do remember roughly what Pikachu looks like, so I think I'd be pretty alright at drawing Mimikyu. And then usually his face, like, well, we're just gonna do buttons for the eyes. That doesn't look like buttons. We're gonna do buttons, so the eye would be like right here, and it'd be like right here, and we'll just. I don't know how to draw a button, but you know, this is pretty button-esque if you ask me, and they're different shaped buttons, so whatever. This is my own Mimikyu. I'm gonna give him a little band-aid, because he's been through some things, and you shouldn't be judging somebody based on what they've been through. And then we're just gonna make that little curve, you know. Band-aids have the little thing, little dots, whatever. You can assume that's a band-aid. It's very long, don't worry about it. But then, watch out, it's the real Mimikyu. Let me do this really quickly. The real Mimikyu's down here. Now this is the one where it's like, you know, it's free. I'm even gonna have his little hand, because he does have his little hands when he's fighting. It's 3. I remember. I'm telling you, Mimikyu is the one Pokemon I'm like 90% sure, even if I try to draw it incorrectly. And then we're gonna make a little happy face, just because Mimikyu is a happy boy. This is a Mimikyu. You cannot tell me this isn't a Mimikyu because you'd be lying. Oh, almost dropped the pencil. We're gonna go ahead. See, that one I blitzed through, but that's okay because I know that one's correct. Mimikyu. Yeah, see, that's pretty alright. This would be black, of course. So yeah, cool. But aside from that, like, this is Mimikyu. You can't tell me that's not. You know, this is just my Mimikyu. How do you know what? Well, I mean, you know what the real Mimikyu is, but anyways, next on the list we have Gibbel. Excuse me. If you haven't drank water, go ahead and do so. Just because, you know, you should. Now, Gibbel is a little shark. If I remember correctly, Gibbel's general shape would fit pretty much right here. I know his face would be, he has a little fin, right? As sharks do. He's a pudgy little body. He's a shark, so he has like a sharp face, but his mouth is usually open. So we're gonna, that's not, okay. I am mixing myself right now. We're gonna start again, okay? So, right here, cool little shark fin on Gibbel. Gibbel is a shark. He's gonna have a cool little fin. Then we're just gonna use this to go down Gibbel's face. So he's a little sharp, right? Okay, cool. We're gonna fix that. Don't worry about it. I'm taking artistic direction, and you cannot judge me on that. Now, right here, he's kind of wide. Gibbel's a wide boy or girl. That's okay. kind of wide. Cool. So then we come back over here. Bow. All right. Now, Gibbel has little hands. His hands would be like right here. I remember the shape of his hands too. Boom. Little claw hands. They're small because Gibbel's small. All right. Now he also, we're gonna go ahead and cut down here. He also has like little feet. They're not big feet. That's an enormous foot. They're not big feet. Even if he is a chunky boy, they're not big. Boom. Cool. They're sharper because he's, you know, a little shark, but that's okay. That maybe he's not that wide. Maybe he's actually thinner than we give him credit for. He goes to the gym. He tries. He has a weird hunchback thing going on here, but that's okay. That's not okay. It's actually disgusting me. This is why I can't draw, because I notice the little things that I do that I don't like, and then I try to fix it, knowing that I do not have the artistic talent to do so. But that's okay, because that's why we're doing this video, just to boost my confidence. We're gonna make a chunky Gibbel. I think that's what we've settled on as a group. We're gonna give him little legs, because I don't think he just goes straight into his feet. Cool. Little claws there. All right. Put those grippers away, Gibbel. And then, you know, he has, what else does he have? He has some other defining features. Let me just make this Gibbel able to balance, because, excuse me, able to balance, because if not, he's just going to fall over, and we wouldn't like that. This is not a good background foot, but that's okay. We're going to fix it a little. That's about all I care to do. Now, Gibbel's face, right? So, this is like where we struggle, because how do I make Gibbel not look like a dinosaur when I can't draw? We're about to figure that out. Well, first and foremost, let's go ahead and give him another little hand, just because he deserves it. He needs to grip things. His eye is about this area. All my eyes are gonna look very similar, because Pokemon eyes in my mind are very similar. But he's a shark. He's a shark, so he's gonna have a little. This is Larvitar. This isn't Gibbel. This is Larvitar. So we're actually gonna make it a little round. I know he has. This is Larvitar. Well, not really. Gibbel. Does Gibbel have a tail? Gibbel does have a tail. That's. Yep. He does. He has a little tail. Boom. And wow. Look at that little Gibbel. I don't even know what this is. Cool little Gibbel tail. Let's just give him a mouth. I know his mouth's open in most of them, but I can't do that. This is my Gibbel. Then he has like, I don't know his design to a T. I don't. Maybe he has like, he has that thing. He's not a dragon, but he has that thing, like those nostrils. Maybe. What is a Gibbel? All right, this is my Gibbel. So it is unfortunate, but that is my Gibbel. Let's see. That is so far nothing even close to a Gibbel. So Gibbel has smaller eyes that are like actually up here. So you have small eyes right here. Let me see if I can save this Gibbel at all. So small eyes like right here. Cool. Oh, and then he does have his little rocket things. Okay. See, that looks nothing like a Gibbel as well. But, you know, it'd be a better attempt at a Gibbel than what I was able to procure. However, I am proud of my Gibbel, and I will actually take it. Now, last and final, this one's going to be a little harder, is Lechonk. We were introduced to Lechonk very, very recently. From what I know, he's a pig. And by from what I know, I mean what I remember. He is just a pig. Pigs have round bodies. Very, very chunky. His name is Lechonk. So very chunky little body is he going to have. And that's completely fine, you know. Nothing wrong with a little chunk. A little Lechonk. We're going to make that straight just because it's easier for me to work with. He also has little legs. I remember he has little legs. Cool. That's not a leg. We're gonna make Lechonk a little lankier than he currently is. Mainly because bop, bop, about there and there. That's fine. Let's see. So we want to give him little legs. Cool. And then a little leg here. Cool. And then boop. That's his other little leg. And that is his. Why that came out like that, I don't know. And we're just gonna give him. I'd assume pigs have nails like this. Are they considered nails on pigs? I assume they are, but I might be wrong in the statement. Then, what are defining features for Lechonk aside from his coloration? How does one draw a pig? I feel like his ear has something to do with it. I feel like there should be like a weird fold, and like there should be an ear in this area. That's not an ear per se, but if we imagine that it's an ear, we can say, oh yeah, 100% an ear. That looks like an ear to me. That looks like a different kind of ear, but whatever. Pigs do also have that. This looks like Masharna. This doesn't look like Lechonk. If I remember, Lechonk was a very happy little man. Cool. I know Lechonk has big. Oh my god, demon. I know Lechonk has big eyes. Just because he's a cute little Pokemon, of course he's gonna have big eyes. He's just kind of minding his business, doing his thing. We're gonna add another little. That doesn't even look like an ear. How do we imitate this first ear? We're gonna add just another little ear. Boom. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, I'm sorry for the background noise that you guys are possibly hearing, possibly not. Okay. This is a chunky Lechonk. This is the chunkiest of the Lechonks, and that's okay. I do remember he's like two colored, and it's like a very harsh cut between his top and his bottom half. I should probably make that like here as well, prominent. We're gonna do it a little lighter just so you guys know that, like, you know, he's two colored. Cool. Then he has a tail. We're just gonna give him the standard pig spring tail, because I don't know what kind of tail Lechonk actually has. And you're just gonna have to hope that this is correct, and by you I mean me. Why I'm coloring this in, don't worry about it. To be honest, I just don't want to see the fact that I was incorrect, or how incorrect I was with Lechonk. Okay, this is my Lechonk. I definitely know his face should be flatter. Like his face, this should be condensed this way. He shouldn't have, like, his body shouldn't be twice the size of him. But we're gonna go ahead and look at a Lechonk. Lechonk. Yeah. Okay. He's a much more condensed little boy. The ears were the right shape, wrong way. He does have the little spring tail, so that's a plus. He has this weird thing under his eye as well. It's like that. Looks like he's kind of crying. And he has such a, like, his nose so much more prominent than I would have ever imagined. Like, oh my god. Well, this doesn't look much like a Lechonk, but you know, you get my point. The point is, I'm not talentless. If you did enjoy, this was a longer video. If you did enjoy, go leave a like, comment, and or subscribe. I will try to do this again, maybe with less Pokemon and more time spent on them, but I am not artistically blessed like a lot of other people. However, this was fun. I did definitely enjoy this. I'll talk to you on the next one.